What's up YouTube, it's K.D.M Sports. As always, UFC 300 is absolutely stacked. Calvin Kattar vs Aljamain Sterling is a fight I wanted to talk about today. Aljo is looking to make his featherweight debut against a long-time contender in the top 10 featherweight division. Aljamain has been known to be one of the bigger bantamweights, so this will be interesting to see and experience how he manages being at featherweight against Calvin, an experienced veteran like Calvin Kattar, who has been up against the best fighters at 145. Aljamain stands at 5 feet 7 inches tall with a 71-inch reach. Calvin Kattar stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall with a 72-inch reach, a 1-inch reach advantage with a 4-inch height advantage. Kattar has built a reputation during his tenure in the featherweight division as one of the best boxers and has elite, crisp boxing skills. Aljamain is known as an elite grappler. He's got 11 decision wins and 8 submissions, which tells you what you need to know about Aljamain. He's a specialist when it comes to the grappling, wrestling, and ground game. Calvin has 11 knockouts and 10 decision victories in his MMA career. He's boxing oriented and he's very good at landing those elbows. If it stays on the feet, I'm pretty sure Calvin will have a very high chance of finishing Aljamain. If it goes to the ground, Aljamain has too much experience and expertise in that area of the fight for him not to be able to dominate and even finish the fight, in my opinion. The X factor of this fight for me is whether Aljamain can get the fight to the ground. The thing is, Aljamain has such mastery when it comes to back taking and back control that it wouldn't surprise me if he could pull off something sneaky and take Calvin's back. Similar to what he did to Corey Sandhagen, he climbed on Sandhagen's back and eventually choked him out. He has a variety of submissions and a variety of ways of getting dominant back control. This is why this fight is so intriguing, and Aljamain not killing himself to make 135 anymore, we most likely could see the best version and true potential of Aljamain at a more natural weight. Calvin Kattar hasn't fought since October 2022, as well as suffering that knee injury in his bout against Arnold Allen. Kattar is also getting up there in age at 35 years of age, so these things can all play factors in how this matchup between Aljamain and Calvin goes. Aljo did suffer a TKO loss to Sean O'Malley to lose his belt back in August, but he took the necessary time off and has still been more active than Kattar. Calvin Kattar does not really punch while on the move, and if Aljamain can put the pressure on like what he did in the Peter Yan 2 fight, he could exploit this weakness of Calvin Kattar. If Calvin can come forward though, that's when you'll see him land nasty strikes, which Aljamain does not want to allow. Aljamain is going to have to set the tone early and lead the dance by smart pressure and volume. This is a very hard fight to predict because you're dealing with a classic striker versus grappler fight. Usually the grappler wins, but when you're moving up a weight class with a guy who's very big and strong himself, it becomes harder to implement that grappling. It depends on how Aljamain Sterling approaches this fight, because on the feet Aljamain has striking defense deficiencies that can be exploited by a crisp boxer like Calvin Kattar, who has a powerful right hand. For my early prediction, I'm going to go 55% to 45% for Calvin Kattar to win by TKO. Thank you guys for listening to me talk and share my opinion on another fantastic UFC matchup that will take place on the UFC 300 card. A very stacked card, and cannot wait to see how the fights unfold. As always, make sure to subscribe, like, share, and if you've got any opinions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below.